What's up guys, I'm Andy from 1A Auto. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the wiper switch on this 2010 Toyota RAV4. If you need parts for your vehicle, click the link in the description and head over to 1aauto.com. Disconnect the negative battery terminal. We'll use a 10mm wrench. Loosen this nut up and pull the connection off and set this aside. You don't want this to arc out on the battery, so make sure it doesn't spring back. On the side of the steering wheel, there's a hole right here, and there's also one on the other side. I'm gonna take a T30 Driver, and you're gonna find there's a screw in there. So it may take a little bit to find it, but once you find it, loosen it up. It's on there pretty tight. There you go. And the screw's not gonna come out, it's just gonna loosen up so that you can pull the airbag off. All right, that's good. And then I'll do the same on the other side. There we go. With that loose, grab the airbag. We can disconnect the connectors. There's a connector right here. Just grab that and try to pull this out, just like that. And then these two connectors. For these two connectors, I'm just gonna use a pick, and you wanna pull this centerpiece up first. Get under here, there's a little lock. Locks these in, just like that. Once you get that up, you can get underneath the connector and slide it out. Just be careful not to break these. Just like that. Then you can grab the airbag. When you place the airbag down, place it with the top of it facing up, just in case it goes off. You don't want it this way. You don't want it to go off that way. We're going to disconnect these wires right here. Disconnect this one. Just push down on the tab. Slide that aside. And then also we'll disconnect this one as well. Push down on that tab, slide it out. This wire right here, we'll leave that attached. I want to take this nut off. I'm going to use a 19mm socket and a ratchet. And I'm going to hold the steering wheel with my other arm and loosen that up. I should be able to do it by hand. Take that nut. I'm just going to loosen the nut, not quite all the way off. Then I'm just going to grab the steering wheel, give it a shake back and forth. The reason you leave the nut on there is so that when it releases, the steering wheel doesn't hit you in the face. So that's released. You can also use a puller. You can thread in the puller right there and then press it off. But you don't necessarily need a puller. Take the nut off. Now before you take the steering wheel off, now the steering wheel is not keyed, so you could actually take it off and move it over a tooth and it's still gonna go on fine. So what you wanna do before you take this off completely, just take a little felt tip pen and just mark where the steering wheel goes, okay? Then once you go to put it back on, you're gonna know that, oh, it's not in the right position. So that way you get it back to where it was. Pull this off. All right, with the clock spring, it is kind of dangerous to just leave this out. You don't want this to spin. So you can just take a piece of tape, try to tape it to the center shaft of the column, and then tape on the clock spring. That way it doesn't spin. You know, I'm sure there's some other methods to prevent this from spinning, but for right now, we'll do that. Once I get these covers off, I could tape it on the outside. Just gonna take a straight blade screwdriver or a pocket screwdriver. Just go right in here. Just pry this part down right here as well. Just release this. Lower the adjuster right there. And just pull this off. With the adjuster loose, then you can pull the whole steering column out, just like that. release that. Slide this off. The top part just slides up just like that. Disconnect these two white connectors right here. We can use a pick or a pocket screwdriver if you have to release the tab, or you can just push it down with your finger. Take those off, and then right here, take a pocket screwdriver or a pick, push down on that little lever right there. Let's use a pocket screwdriver so I don't stab myself. Push down on that tab. You can slide it right out. It slides out towards the passenger side. Take the wiper switch. You're just gonna line it up on the side here. There's some grooves. Line that up, lock it down in place. Take the connectors, lock that in, and lock this connector in as well. So let's line this top up. There is a little tab right here. It's gonna get lined up there. Lock that in place. And take the bottom. Now where the adjuster handle is, you're gonna have to slide that through the slot in the lower tab. And line this up. Go over the key cylinder. And just line this up and lock it back in place. Looks good. Now we can lock the steering wheel lock. All right, now carefully take that masking tape off. Slide these wires through here. Make sure the clock spring doesn't spin. And line the steering wheel up with the mark that you made before you took it off. And take the steering wheel nut, the nut behind the wheel. Tighten that nut down. Then I'm going to take a 19mm socket and a torque wrench. Torque this nut to 37 foot-pounds. There we go. All right, now I'm just going to connect the smaller connector right here. That goes to the cruise control switch, and then this bigger connector that connects to the steering wheel button right there. Now we want to plug these connectors in. Make sure you don't twist these all around. I'm actually going to connect this black wire right here first. It's actually the ground for the horn, or that's what makes the horn work. And plug the orange connector on the orange side, just like that. Lock it in place, and then the black one on the black side, and lock it in place. And just make sure those wires aren't twisted, anything weird. They look good. And just line this up. Goes right there. And take your T30 Driver. You're gonna do one side at a time. Get that on there. Tighten that up, and then we'll tighten up the other side. So I'm just tightening these up. Make sure they're good and snug. Now, if you have the ability to use a torque wrench, you're going to torque these to 78 inch-pounds. I'm not going to be able to do that because I can't put a torque wrench on the end of my driver, but I'm just doing the best I can. Let's reattach the negative cable and take your 10mm wrench, tighten this up. Snug that up, just wiggle it, make sure it's nice and tight, you're good to go.
Thanks for watching. Visit oneauto.com for quality auto parts shipped to your door, the place for DIY auto repair. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button.